All right, here we go. The D major scale. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do that one more time. It's kind of hard to tell if we're all playing. Sometimes we disappear. All right, we're going to do the scales one more time. And then we'll go on to our unison stuff. All right, here we go. This is the scale. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, play. The next thing we're going to do are the unison exercises. Last week, those are the ones that started with. Those are the unison exercises. Today, we're going to start at measure 25 in those same exercises. So it's about halfway down the page. And measure 25 sounds like this. So measure 25 in the Unitunes excerpt. All right. Oh, it's so quiet. Is everybody ready to go? Jocelyn, you good? All right, awesome. All right, here we go. Same spot. Measure 25. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, play. Orchestra, I stopped at measure 48. Is that more or less where everybody else was? We were at 48? Raquel, yeah? Give me a head bob. All right, awesome. Okay, we're going to do that again. So we're playing measure 25, and we're going to stop at the end of 48. That should be all of page 1 by the end of the week, okay? So here we go, measure 25. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, play. And again, I stopped at measure 48. We're going to change now to the etude number 22. And we're going to start at measure 13. Let's see here. Maxine, why don't you turn your mute off and tell me the names of the notes starting at measure 13.
Starting at 13. Okay. A, I think, is the first one. Is that D, a high D? No. Oh.
The first note is A.
A.
And then work your way up. What's the next note?
Let's see. Is it C?
C as in cat.
Yeah.
All right. Now, what kind of C is it?
High C.
That's right. It's a C sharp. So
C sharp.
It's a high third finger. So you have A, C sharp, C sharp. What's next?
E. E, E, and then that's a fourth finger. So that would be A.
Yeah, good job. Keep going.
A, C, high C.
Yeah, C sharp.
Oh yeah, C sharp, C sharp. And then E again.
Mm-hmm.
Then E, F, F, E, E, B, B, A, G, G, E, C sharp.
All right. So where you said B, those are actually C sharps.
Oh, okay.
No worries, kiddo. So we're going to play 13, 14, 15, and 16. And the reason why we're isolating these four measures is because of the C sharps, correct? right? We need to make sure that everybody's reaching for them. I'm going to play them without the slurs to start with, okay? So this is my, hopefully you can hear the metronome. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. Now, violin players, don't freak out. Today, or at least at this moment in time, I'm playing, can you tell what instrument it is? It's a viola. It's the best one of all of them, all right? So mine won't sound like Judy's all, yeah. So it won't sound just like those violin ones, all right? But it's still the same notes, it's just different octaves. Let's try it again. This is 13, 14, 15, and 16. 1 and 2 and 3. Same thing. 1 and 2 and 3. Now I'm going to try it with the slurs. Ready? 1 and 2 and 3. One and 2 and 3. All right, now we're going to start at square 1, and we're going to play from square 1 to square 2. Square 1 to square 2. 1 and 2 and 3. Right, so that was 1 to 2. Let's do that again. Back to square 1. 1 and 2 and 3. All right, we're going to add 4 measures to it. So we're at square 2, which is measure 17. So the next person is going to tell me the names of the notes for 17. Let's just do 17 and 18. Let's see, is Angelique in here somewhere? Angelique Hernandez. You could turn off your mute and start at square 2, telling me the note names.
So it's D, and then F, F, B, B, D, E, G, G, B, B, and then E.
All right, very cool. There's a couple things we need to go back and adjust, though.
Yes, the low two, the low ones, the low
Okay,
one and the low one.
So they're F naturals. That's right. They're low ones. I mean, they're low 2s.
Yeah.
But the notes B and E aren't in those measures.
B and E?
Yeah, those notes aren't there. There's B flats and there's E flats. I Pekingese. Yes, I know, right? Mr. T is so mean. But those notes are important, otherwise you play the wrong note. Right?
Mhm.
So yes, that was 17 and 18. It's a low 1 on the A string and a low 1 on the D string.
Yes.
All right?
Yeah.
Let's see who else is supposed to be in here. All right, now we're doing 19 and 20. Let's see. Andrea Perez, why don't you tell me the names? Oh, don't roll your eyes. It's a 19 and 20.
19 and 20? Okay. E, G, G, C, C, E, and then F, A, B or C. BB and then E. Low one.
Okay, cool. So that last measure, 20, is F, A, A, C, C, and then E flat.
Okay.
E flat is the low one there. Okay? All right, so I'm going to start at square 2, and I'm going to stop at square 3. All right, so we're playing 2 to 3. All right. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm sorry. I went too far. We're going to go back to square 2. That's my fault. Here we go. Square 2. 1, 2, 3. All right, same thing. 1, 2, 3. Let's see, Andrew. Why don't you turn off your or turn your microphone on and play it for us, please, kind sir. I'm sorry.
My instrument's out of tune.
Play the measures 2 to 3.
Bruh.
Bro, where's my car? Come on. Well, I've got good news and bad news. You're right, Andrew. Your violin is really badly out of tune. That's the bad news. The good news is I can help, all right? Did you try to tune it this morning, Andrew?
I was trying to, but I'm too scared to turn pegs.
All right, so next time, ask for help. Don't sit in your house and play bad notes. Your people in your house are going to start to get mad. Christian, why don't you give it a try? We're doing square 2 to 3. Don't forget to turn your mic on.
Yeah.
Very cool. Ethan McGann, will you give it a try for us?
Yes.
All right, very cool. Now we're going to go from 3 to 4. Nancy, will you tell me the names of the notes in measure 21 and 22, please? That should be square 3 and the measure after, okay?
D F F B B D D E E D D E, and then there's also like the Fs. Oh wait, no, yeah.
Okay, so check it out. Measure 21, D, F, F, B flat, B flat, D, and then D, F, F, D, D, and then E flat. Guys, we got to remember those flats, all right? Because that messes with our where our fingers go. All right, so now I think we're on 22. Is that right? 19, 20. No, we're on 23 and 24. Let's see. Sarah Delgado, you are the lucky winner. Yay!
Which measure? 20, both 23 and 24?
Yes, ma'am. 23 and 24.
Okay. Okay. So E flat, G, G, B flat, B flat, E flat, E flat, and then G natural, and then G natural, E flat, and then E natural. Oh, I think was that both of the measures? Was I on the right measures? Because I haven't measured mine. I mean, written the measures or
Yeah.
the numbers on my measures.
You haven't measured your numbers yet?
Yeah.
I always say it backwards. Measure my numbers. You're supposed to number your measures, but I always measure my numbers. All right, good job, guys. We're going to start at measure 21. That is the same as circle 3, okay? That's where we're starting next. Circle square number 3. 1 and 2 and 3. One, two, three. We're starting back at circle 3 or square 3. 1, 2, 3. Back to square 3. 1, 2, 3. Isaiah, will you play it for us? Isaiah, will you please play square 3 to square 4?
3 and 4. So like from 3 to 5, right?
What we just played from square 3 to square 4.
Oh, okay. Do I just start?
Yeah, just start, man. You'll be just
Okay. Oh, I accidentally went a little more.
Yeah, we'll forgive you just this one time though, okay? All right,
Okay.
orchestra, we're gonna start. Good job, Isaiah. We're gonna start at measure 1 and play all the way until we get to that first note of square 4. All right, may the force be ever in your favor, or whatever they say. From the beginning. 1, 2, 3. So hopefully we all made it to the downbeat of square 4. And you know, yesterday your scale test was due. Next Monday, from the beginning to the first note of square 4 is due, but it's not in Flipgrid, it's in Smart Music. So if you haven't started practicing with the Smart Music, please don't wait until Monday night. and then be like, oh my gosh, it doesn't work. You need to start practicing with it now, okay? Now, what I need everybody to do is to try to get to your, whatever, your Google or whatever it's called, that Google Classroom thing for orchestra, all right? Hopefully you can open up 2 screens at once on your computer. I kind of changed my setup a little bit too today. So hopefully it's working and you're looking at my screen. We'll talk about these groups here in a minute. Right now, what I need you to look for is where it says chorales for class, and then pick the one for your instrument. Violin players, when you open yours, everything is in one file. So you have a page of first violin music, and then when you scroll down the second page, it's the same music, but for the second violin part. And then the next page is a first violin part. It always says first violin or second violin over here to the top. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. So what I need you to do is, let's please take the next couple minutes and make sure that you're looking at these chorales. Now is the time to ask for help. If you're having a hard time getting to them, then say, please help me, Mr. T, and we'll try to get you in the right spot, okay? Oh, you can unmute yourself and say, I need help.
I need help.
Sure, what's up, kiddo?
I don't see it.
Judith, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
All right, does yours look like this? I'm under the stream. I'm not looking at classwork or anything else.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm in the 3rd period orchestra. Well, this one says 6th period, but it is 3rd period. No, we're 6th period. I was in the right spot. All right, so then the top of your stream should be this group stuff. And we're going to talk about that later, not at this moment. And then the next thing down should say chorales for class.
Okay.
Did you find it, Judith?
Yeah.
Excellent. And then you want to select the one that says chorales cello PDF. Most excellent. Anybody else? Okay, so what we're going to do, you've been kind of somewhat divided into first and second violins. We'll post that on the Google Classroom today. But for right now, I'll let you pick which part you want to play violin, whether it's first or seconds. We're going to play this tune 5 times. The first time, I'm going to play the first violin part, but everybody's going to play along with me. And then the second time, I'll swap to the second violin and then cello. So each time I'll play a different part, but each time you're still playing along with me. Does that make sense? So please don't just sit there. Essentially, we're going to play this song 5 times. And by then, the song's not too hard. We should be okay. And I am playing number 192. It's one of the easier ones. So before we get started, make sure you're looking at key signature, time signature, roadmap, and accidentals. And then we'll get started, okay? All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, off. Some of the things we need to remember about the first violin part, it's the low 2 on the A string, the low 2 on the E string, and then the tied notes. We have to make sure we count. And remember, I do that weird thing where I don't go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I always count backwards. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That way I don't miscount any of my tied notes. All right, now we're going to swap to the second violin part. Anybody going to play the second violin part? I hope so. All right, here we go. But you guys are, no matter what you're doing, you're still playing along with me. 1, 2, ready, and. The second violin has the same low 2s on the E string, the A string that the first violin does, but they also have some syncopated ties that make, it's like a half note that goes across a bar line. So second violins, you have to be careful when you count. Now we're swapping to the viola part. 1, 2, 3. We're all playing. We're all playing. I don't know if some of your squares froze or if you're just not playing. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and. Viola players, you have the same type of syncopation that's in the second violin part, but you also have 2 G sharps. Those are the high 3s. All right, cellos, you're up next. Mr. Norton, are you still here?
Yes, sir, I'm still there. Can you all hear me? All right, here we go from the beginning. Ready? 1, 2, set, and. I'm sorry, I lost my place right there. I'm sorry. Hold on just a second. Let me start again. Sorry about that. That was my fault. My fault. Beginning one more time. 1, 2, set, and. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So right there, there is also towards the end, you have 2 whole notes that are slurs. That's it, where you get the 8 count right there. And then also you have a D to a D sharp. So you have a half step right there going from D to a D sharp. Just like that. Okay. Can't hear you, sir.
The bass part is next, Mr. Norton.
Yes, sir. All right, here we go. Bass part. Ready? 1, 2, set, and. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Thank you, Mr. Norton.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. So orchestra, let's skip a little bit. And I want you to find, it's a chorale. Sorry. It's number 199. Chorale number 199. Sound like I had a bass in the room. Can you kind of give me a thumbs up? Yes, no, maybe we're almost there. Cool. 199 is the one we're looking for. All right, so we're going to do kind of the same thing. Look at the key signature, the time signature, roadmap, accidentals, and weird stuff. The key signature has 2 flats, the B flat and the E flat. Ooh, mira, right? That's going to be scary. All right, we're going to try again. Yeah, I know. You can laugh. My Spanish is outstanding. It's in 2, so we're just going to go 1, 2, and then the old man's going to play. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2. did you miss a repeat sign? Anybody gonna fess up? I missed a repeat sign.
I did.
Yeah, cool, cool, cool. How many repeat signs are there? Just show me your fingers. There's 4 of them, right? So it looks super easy, but there's 4 repeats in there. And then, of course, there was that weird F natural thingamabob on the in that first violin part, the 8th note. You want to play F sharp, but it's not. All right, let's do the same thing again. This time I'm going to play with the 2nd violins. One, two, ready, and. That 2nd violin part's kind of tricky because there's some E flats that jump in there that are low 4s that I really wasn't ready for, okay? All right, the violas, we're up next. Nobody missed the repeat sign that time, right? We all nailed it. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and. Now, violas, I hope you noticed Mr. T messed up. Hold on, we gotta let Nashawati in. So when I was playing along the first time, I assumed that the treble clef part was a misprint in my music, and it is not a misprint in my music. So violas, when you get to measure 17, that note is B flat, low 1 on the A string. There's no 3rd position stuff. They're just trying to help you out in treble clef. Maxine, do you see what I'm talking about? Give me a thumbs up. Okay, Mr. Norton, you're up. Let's hear the cello part.
Okay, cellos, here we go. And just watch out for it because you have an tenor clef. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2. And here comes the bass part. You ready? Bass part. Ready? Ready? 1, 2. Well, there you go. That's the bass part.
All right, guys. Now what I would like to do is to explain to everybody what we're doing with this stuff. Give me a second. I'm going to reorganize. So on Thursday, we logged into a piece of software called upbeatmusicapp.com. Hope everybody remembered that. Yes, no, maybe. So what I did this morning was I put everybody in groups of 4. And then I didn't assign first violin and second violin parts. I figured once you got in your groups, then you could kind of decide who was going to play which part, okay? This is back to the Google Classroom. And then it says the attached PDF is your small ensemble group. The leader of each group will need to gather the group's emails to invite them to their upbeatmusicapp.com room. This assignment will be due on Thursday by the end of class. So when you click, hopefully you can see, this will be, you guys can look at this on your own computers as well. But here are your groups. If it says 1 and lead, so like Goretti, she's the leader of her group. So Goretti will need to collect the emails from Angelique, Eric, and Isaiah. So if you guys remember, the leader will log into the Upbeat Music app, and they will create or open a room, and then invite the 3 other players into their room. And then from there, you can make your recordings. So what I would like us to do on Thursday, we're going to log into Zoom like we normally would. and we'll do the attendance and all that kind of great stuff like we normally do. And then I'm actually going to let you log off of Zoom, and you're going to go essentially to your Upbeat Music software app, and you'll spend the class period making those recordings. And then at the end of class, I will send out a Google form, and you'll just upload your video into that Google Doc. And that'll be how you turn in your assignment. So I think the ones that we played through today, that last one was kind of hard for the cellos and the violas. But you want to pick one of these chorales that's in a decent key signature. So make sure you don't pick one as a group that's like in 5 sharps or something ridiculous. And then I would also recommend, because this is kind of our first go around with Upbeat, is that you pick one of these chorales where everybody starts at the same time. So the first one we played is not too hard. If you're looking along with us, 192 is not very hard. Everybody kind of starts together. 195, we all kind of start together. That'd be a good one to try. 196 is a very famous chorale. It's called St. Anthony's Chorale. That is a good one to start together. You just have to keep in mind it goes very slow. Like when you just look at it, it looks like it goes 1, 2, and 1, 2, but it goes very slow. 1, 2, and 1, 2. So don't let those 16th notes throw you off. It really goes slowly. And then there's that Pavane thing that we did. So that is the reason behind these chorales that we played today, is that's going to be your assignment for Thursday. Does anybody have any questions? Now's your time to ask. You can just go ahead and turn your mute off and say, hey, Mr. T, I need help.
Mr. T.
Hi, Judith.
Because remember last time I told you I can't get Chrome? Like I tried getting Chrome on my computer and it won't work. How am I going to be on there?
I guess you and I will have to meet independently, maybe during the flex time today at 3:30. Send me an email, and maybe you can share your screen with me so I can better walk you through the process to see what we can get going on. Okay.
Okay.
It's a good question. Anybody else?
Matthew, how do you know the tempos?
Okay, here I can tell you what they are right now. 192, and you could just jot this down on a piece of paper. I mean, obviously you can't write it on your screen. 192 is a quarter note equals 7/0. Chorale number 193 is a quarter note equals 88. Chorale number 195 is a quarter note equals 98. The St. Anthony Chorale number 196 is a quarter note equals 52. Now, when it comes to tempo markings, you do have to be nice to each other, right? If someone's like, man, I just can't play it that fast, then just slow down 10 clicks. It's not that big of a deal. Or if somebody says, oh, I can't play it that slow, then just speed it up a little bit. It doesn't have to be exactly what the numbers I just gave you. Now, if you are the leader of the group, you are the one that has to adjust the metronome. So if I'm the viola player and I'm not the leader of the group, then I have to play whatever the leader of the group designated in the software. Okay, that was a good question too. Anybody else? All right, so on Friday, last Friday, there was a listening assignment that was due. Can somebody tell me something about the orchestra that they listened to? That was kind of the question, like what did you notice about the orchestra that was unique? Just feel free to unmute and go for it. One more time, Anna, I missed it.
They were dancing.
Okay, they were dancing while they were playing?
They were all women.
Oh, yes, very nice. They were all ladies.
There was only about 1 or 2 of each instrument.
Okay.
Cool. They were using the rhythm by hitting their instruments.
Yeah, very cool.
if you were to look up that orchestra, it's a very famous orchestra. And the things that make them famous are the stuff that you guys just mentioned. Number one is that it is an all ladies orchestra. There's no men allowed in that group. And I think hopefully you also noticed that they all played from memory. The conductor was from memory, and so were all of the players. And the music they played was not the same old boring, Mozart stuff that we're used to. They played some very contemporary type stuff. This week, you have another listening assignment that's due on Friday. The piece of music is going to sound to you more than likely like a normal orchestra piece of music, but it's the composer herself, that makes the music really spectacular. So if you want, you can look her up. She's a really, really incredible lady. That's a modern day composer. All right. And then yesterday, your scales were due. Mr. Norton, did everybody turn in their scales on Flipgrid?
There's a few of them that did not, but most everybody did, yes.
Okay. I don't know if Mr. Norton's put in his grades yet, but I can tell you I've already put my grades in. And pretty much I gave 3 grades, 195 and a 90. And then if there was no submission, then it was a 0. And I'll update my grades next Monday when the next playing test is due. Okay, Sims, I think we'll do that here in a minute. Okay, you're asking about those groups. Okay, so, I got lost. Oh, yeah. Scale test was yesterday. This week, your first composition assignment is due. That composition assignment is to write 8 measures of a melody in the clef of your instrument. That way you didn't have to learn a new clef or anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you. Where'd it go? This is back to the Google Classroom. I'm going to go to classwork. And I'm going to come down to composition assignments. And we are working on the week 1 and 2 melody composition assignment. So you click on it and there's your instructions. I tried to leave the instructions as, whoops, that didn't do what I wanted to do. Okay, well, I'll have to fix that in a minute. Tried to leave these instructions as easy as I could. Write an 8-measure melody for your instruments. Those are the keys that we play in most often. You can use whole, half, quarter, and eighth notes. If you do that, it keeps things very simple. All right, now, you need to submit your composition in notation software. In other words, you can't scribble it out on a napkin or a piece of notebook paper and turn it in. It has to be on a piece of software. For those of you that are upperclassmen, you think about all the senior songs that Mr. T and Mr. Norton write. We all write those out in a type of software so that they're easier to read. Now, of course, the software we use is very expensive, but this Noteflight is not expensive. It's free. So this first YouTube video right here that I'm circling around, I hope you guys can see this, says beginning Noteflight. If you've never used any type of notation software, that video is going to be very helpful. The video shows you how to enter a note, how to change the note names, how to change the rhythm. So the first video, that's why it's 6 minutes. It kind of takes you through joining an account, getting an account, opening up your first composition, and so forth. Now, the next video explains to you how to export out of Noteflight to a PDF. Now, I know, guys, some of y'all are like, oh my God, that's so easy. I do that all the time. And that's great. Some of us don't do that all the time. So if you're not familiar with how to export a file to a PDF, this little 2-minute video, that will explain to you how to export out of Noteflight to a PDF. Once you've done those things and you've written your composition and you're like, wow, this is the greatest thing on the planet, I'm going to be famous, you can click on this Google Doc and it gives you your, of course, your last name, your first name. This is 6 period. And then you are going to attach your file there. And the form is set up to only accept PDFs. Every 2 weeks, one of these composition assignments will be due. Each week, we add a little bit more and more to it. I've only uploaded the first 4 weeks. So the next, and of course I messed this all up because I moved stuff. The next composition assignment is weeks 3 and 4. And when you click on this one, it says melody and bass line. So all you're going to do is add a bass part to the 8-measure melody that you're writing now. And then in the following 2 weeks, there'll be a counter melody. In the following 2 weeks, there'll be harmony parts. And then at the end, you'll put a little quartet together to play your music on that Upbeat Music app, okay? Does anybody have any questions about the composition assignment? Now's your time. You can go ahead and do the unmute thing and say, Mr. T. All right, that seems pretty good. So that, along with your second listening assignment, is due on Friday. On Monday, your smart music assignment is due. That is measures, I think it's 1 through 24, 25, whatever it is, in the etude that we've been practicing. Again, when you go to that Google Classroom, if you forgot how to log into smart music, if you forgot how to operate smart music, like how to slow it down, how to speed it up, where's the tuner, all of that is in a YouTube video attached to the assignment itself in Google Classroom. I am so sorry to throw all these YouTube videos out there, but that's kind of the only way I know to give you access all of the time. I mean, the poor freshmen were sending me text messages last night at 12:30. They don't know that Mr. T goes to sleep. I'm not like you guys where I can stay up all night. If I'm not in bed by 10, I turn into a crazy animal. So the YouTube videos are there so that if you are working at like 1 in the morning, then you have the answers to your questions hopefully there. So that gets us through this week and Monday. When it comes to those chorales that we were talking about a minute ago, if you don't know how they go, you're like, man, I really want to play this one, but I don't remember how the part went. You can always open up the playlist. You know, each time we have a class, I upload it to my YouTube page and I put it in a playlist titled 6-Period Orchestra. So you can always go back and fast forward through the video until we're playing the chorale that you wanted to play, and then listen to how your part goes. And you can do that over and over again. That'll be a good way to help. So on Thursday is going to kind of be a scary class, at least for Mr. T. It's kind of odd to tell you kids to go away. But essentially, when, we'll all log in, just like we normally do. Mr. Norton will take roll. I won't do this long talking thing. I think we all know what's coming up. And then we'll make sure everybody has the emails that they need. And then I'll essentially ask you to log off of Zoom and go log into this Upbeat Music app. Now, I will stay logged into the Zoom. That way, if Crystal has a question, she can just pause her Upbeat and go to Zoom and be like, Mr. T, I have a question about measure 12, and then I can show her how to play measure 12. All right. Now, I think some folks have been sending me some chats about emails. I think it would be easier is if our 12 leaders would put their emails in. So if you're a leader of one of those groups, please put your email address in the chat, and then it'll be the responsibility of the 3 people in your group to send you their emails. Sims, do you think that'll work? Thumbs up, thumbs down?
Yes.
Awesome. There you go. It might make it a little easier on the leaders of the group. Now, I will tell you, that way everybody, and then once you get all 4 emails, let's do like a reply all. That way the whole group has the emails. The reason why it's important for everyone to have the emails, let's say I'm in a group with Carolina and Franco and Delgado. I send out the emails. I invite them to my room, to my Upbeat Music app room. Sorry, make sure that's clear. And then something happens and it's not working for me. Well, it's no big deal. Then Sarah can take over and Sarah can create a room and send the email to the 4 people. Does that make sense to everybody? All right. So a couple things that you can do now because we're about, no, where's the clock? Yeah, we're about 20 minutes early. So if you did not take your test on Flipgrid, now is your time. Get it turned in. This is also your time to start with those chorales. And then leaders, make sure that you put your email address in the group chat. Is it allowing us to do that? I don't see anybody doing.
We do school emails?
Say again?
We do school emails, right?
Yes, that your school email, that was the one that you were you were supposed to use to create your upbeat music app. Oh, there it is. All right. So if you're in Trinity's group, she posted hers.
Mr. T, I don't see my name on the list.
Uh-oh. All right, Karina, will you join? No, sorry. Yikes, who was I talking to? You're going to join group 10. 10 was short a kid.
Okay.
Who was that? Yes. Oh, it was Karina. Oh, I was right. So, Karina, you're going to join group 10. And the leader of that is Andrea.
Okay.
She's all right. She's right next to you in the little box. Okay, so let's see here. Oh, yeah, there's a couple of them. Is everybody getting these emails down? So if you have the email from your team leader or your group leader, whatever we're going to call them, and you don't have any more questions, I'm going to go ahead and say that you can log off. If you do have questions or concerns, of course, Mr. Norton and I are going to stay here for a while. If you haven't gotten your leader's email address, make sure you have that before you take off, okay? All right, guys. Y'all have a great Tuesday. We'll see you on Thursday.
I'll see you at 3:30.
Okay, Judith, send me an email so I can set up the Zoom link, okay?
Bye, Mr. T.
Bye, Anjali. Be good. Set her trouble. Oh, I saw Maxine. Oh, I guess she was leaving. It's a good picture of Arion's hand. Oh, hey, there she is.
Okay, so I've been trying to upload my my note flight composition thing, but every time I try, it says server rejected and that it can't upload the file, and I don't know what to do now.
Have you watched both of the YouTube videos?
Yes.
Okay, let's see here for a second. I wonder. All right, I'm going to make you the host real quick, Arion, so you can share with me your screen. I'm trusting you not to do anything dumb, okay?
It's on my computer, actually.
Oh, you're not on your, what are we doing?
Oh, because I can get it on my, I use my phone for Zoom because it doesn't work on my computer.
Okay, all right, holy cow, all right.
Okay. So here's the screen. Yeah, there it is. Okay. And then every time I retry, it says server rejected. So what I do is I upload. I have a PDF of it, and so and then I try to upload it. And then it says that.
Can you scoot it over
Sorry,
just a little bit? Yeah, it's
okay.
kind of hard. I really can't see all your. Please retry or remove the files he may. Huh. I don't. Okay, go back. Go back to your note flight and export it one more time as a new PDF, so I can see what you've got.
It's just like full score PDF?
Yeah.
Okay.
What did you title it? I can't see the title.
Oh, it just says Arion and then base.
Okay, make sure there's no special characters in there. It may not. So right click on it and rename it and take out like the parentheses and the number 2. If you right click, you should be able to select rename.
Oh, my computer doesn't do that for some reason.
Okay. Well, however you would normally rename a file.
Okay. Right, here's one right here without special characters or anything like that, but that one also did not
Okay,
work.
hold on. Give me a chance to read.
Wait,
Kim.
hold on. Sorry, wait, hold on. Okay.
Okay, that's a different screen, right?
Yeah. So this one doesn't have anything on it. It just says the name and then PDF. And so I've tried to upload that one as well, but it says the same thing and it won't let me like upload it.
It's weird because we have people that have submitted already from your class, and everybody's using the same Google form, right?
Yeah, I've been trying
So
to upload it for like a week now.
It's something unique to your account.
Yeah.
What does it say right there? The little triangle.
It says server rejected.
Are you on Wi-Fi or are you plugged into the wall?
I'm on Wi-Fi.
What time did you start trying to upload your file?
I actually started it like sometime last week.
Yeah, I'm asking for a specific time because typically Wi-Fi is better before lunchtime. Like your Wi-Fi signal will be strongest in the morning.
Okay.
So maybe if you could, when you first wake up tomorrow morning, see if you can upload there and get it to go without having that server error.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Try not
Thank
to
you.
stress. We'll get it one way or the other. We'll get it figured out. Okay.
All right.
Thanks, kiddo.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye bye. Have a good Tuesday.
You too.
Bye, Ariane.
Bye.
Hi, Mr. T. Hi, Mr. Norton.
What's up,
Hey,
Liza?
Liza.
So my Zoom has been cutting in and out all day. Like, here, let me try to start the video. I think it works now. Hi. Okay. So it hasn't been working properly all day. Like, I couldn't join ROTC Zoom this morning, and then it like stopped working in the middle of class today.
Okay. Are you using an app on your computer or an app on your phone?
Neither. I'm using my computer, but I think it's the website, so I just click the link and it takes me to the web or to the thing.
And it doesn't ask you to open up in the app?
No.
Okay, then see about putting the app on your desktop.
Okay.
Like putting the Zoom app, because people send me links all the time. And then when I open that link, of course, it goes to the website, and then it says, please open in your Zoom app. And then that's where all my controls are.
And it just works better there?
I think so.
Okay. I will do that then.
And then remember, when you miss class, you just go back to your Google Classroom and you watch the video.
Yeah. Okay.
Class. All right. I'm sure either First Sergeant Parr or the new ROTC person, somebody's posting those videos for you guys. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Hang in there, Liza.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Today is our letter jacket fitting day. I don't know why he keeps sending me this stuff. There's nothing I can do about it. All right. Well, I'm gonna check a couple of emails here before.
Okay.
I'm just
when
gonna
I
leave
was
it open.
When I was playing, did you hear me?
No, it's still cut in and out.
Huh.
Did you make a recording and listen to it to see when it cut
Well,
out?
I mean,
and when
I
it
did
didn't?
the recording on the Zoom right there to test the audio and everything else. And when I did it, it sounded fine.
Well, here, let's try it again and see what we can do.
Okay.
I only heard when you first started playing, and then it died off almost immediately.
Huh.
And you watched that YouTube video, right?
Yeah, I did. And it said go into your settings on the on the speaker, go to audio settings, and where it says automatically adjust microphone, you click that off, and that's where you get your microphone adjustment and everything. So I'm wondering if I had it too low.
Okay, let's go through this one more time. Right next to your microphone, click on the menu button and then go to audio settings.
Correct. That's where I'm at.
And then go to the tab that says advanced.
Okay.
And then make sure you check on the box that says original sound. Right?
I do not have that box. Actually, it's
Okay.
not on mine.
Okay. All right. Then the next one, it says suppress persistent background noise.
I don't have that.
And then suppress intermittent background noise.
None of that. I don't. Wait.
And then echo cancellation.
Yeah, that I have.
And that's on auto.
Right. But all the rest of the one, like the background noise, what you were talking about earlier, I don't have that. It's not showing up on my feed right here.
All right. Now, so go back to the normal audio menu. And then where it says microphone, which microphone is selected?
Internal microphone.
Okay, so you're not even using that microphone. You're not even using the AT microphone. That's an Audio Technica.
Okay.
So that microphone will say like AT-203. I don't know what the numbers are, but it'll say AT something.
Okay. That's probably why.
And then your speakers, are your speakers going through that microphone, or are they separate?
I have a tab where at the top where it says speaker, and it says connectant ISST audio.
Yeah, but I'm asking you, Mr. Norton, do you have your speaker running through your microphone, or is it just running through your computer?
I think it's running through my computer then, because I can hear it through my computer when you talk.
Okay, all right, then don't mess with that one. Just leave it where it is.
Okay.
Because you can, like mine, and when I use that microphone, I use it as the speaker output and the microphone. So my speaker was plugged into the headphone jack of that microphone.
Okay.
And that's how I ran my sound. I never used the sound on the computer.
Okay. The headphone jack on the mic. Okay.
That's how I was running my sound earlier.
Gotcha.
Okay, so then, and I turned off the automatically adjust volume. So play a little bit and see what so the deal is whenever that blue line, like when you're playing on the input level under microphone,
right?
When that blue bar goes all the way to the right, it maximizes the amount of volume that Zoom can handle, and then it shuts it off.
Okay. So that means I need to probably, okay.
So then I turn the volume down.
Down a little bit, okay.
So I only heard the D, G, and C string. I didn't hear the A. Yeah, it only plays for maybe half a second.
So I just turn the volume down on the microphone and see what happens now.
See, that's better.
Is that good?
Try it again. Yeah. Pick one of those little tunes and play a little bit.
Wait. Is that good?
Yeah, that's much better. That you really only want to control the output of your device, right? So like when I want the kids to hear me more, I I turn the gain up on this microphone. So I'm not adjusting what I hear. I'm trying to adjust what everybody else hears. And that's really all you can control on your end. If the kids can't hear you, then it's up to them to turn their speaker up on their own computer. So like when you play your cello, I mute my microphone and I turn the volume all the way up on my speaker so that I can hear you in the click.
Okay.
But when I'm talking and playing, I turn the volume of my speaker all the way down to keep from having a feedback issue.
That makes sense.
Cool?
Mm-hmm. I'm wanting to play with this. That way, when I start on Wednesday, you know, when I do my thing on Wednesday, I want to make sure that everybody can hear me and not say, "What did you say?" or "What did you play?" or anything else like that.
Okay, so I'm gonna hold on 1 second. On the top left-hand corner of your screen, where it has like a little green shield-looking thing, does it say "Turn on original sound" next to that?
No, it says you are using enhanced encryption, and then it says meeting information, and then it says recording. But I
Okay.
guess we're still recording.
Yeah. I left it all on there. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make you the host.
Okay.
And then we're going to see if you can go in and change your settings. All right, so you should now be the host.
Yes. Okay. So
you go to the menu, the little menu selection thing next to the microphone on the bottom left-hand corner.
Okay. Audio settings.
Open up audio and then go to advanced. And then did those tabs show up about persistent background and intermittent background?
I have, let's see, virtual, no, those backgrounds, no, they did not show up.
I'm in the audio tab under advanced.
Correct. So what I have is that I have a blue word that says back with the arrow. Then I have a box that also says show in meeting option to enable original sound from microphone. You can click on that one or click off that one. Right now,
Yeah,
it's
make
off.
sure that one's clicked on.
On?
Yeah, you need that box to be blue.
Okay. And then at the bottom of that, right underneath it, it says echo cancellation, and it has auto, and you click on that, auto or aggressive. So you said leave on
All
And
right.
then that's all I have. I don't have any of what you were talking about.
All right. Well, maybe because I set up all the Zooms and they're under my account. Alrighty. Well, it's pretty much time. So I'm going to stop this recording.